As a heads up, content warning for session 13 for detailed descriptions of amputation. So please watch and listen with caution. Hope you enjoy.
Hey everyone, this is Josie bringing you another episode of Deep Blues, an Apocalypse World Adventure. As always, joining me are my good friends Seth,
Hey.
Wind,
Hello.
and Apom.
Hey,
So, a lot happened last session, huh?
Yeah, boy did it.
yeah, we all traumatized, kinda.
I cried. I got to cry and yell.
A lot of scary
Can't
shit
believe
happened.
Lug died. Why am I still here? He's not around. I don't have anyone to control.
Well, you know, you're here in spirit. Lug's here was in spirit, so it's okay.
Can't believe Lug fucking's dead.
I can.
I
could
can.
too. Okay, so I think this session we're gonna start pretty much almost immediately after the end of the last one, at least like the first day, considering there's some choices y'all have to probably make for the future of shit. But first things first, I think, has to be probably some brain questions that I forgot to ask, because I never keep up with that. Lug, you opened your brain in regards to Crunk and his intentions with the his share of the wreck.
Correct?
What?
Correct?
So I think your question is going to be pretty alright. So, hey, who among the crew does Lug hate?
Well, I'm not gonna say Darnell because, well, that's also a given. I think it's not, like, pure hatred. I think... You know that kind of, like, hateful respect you give someone? I think Lug has that towards Thistle. Lug dislikes
That's
Thistle, but...
As an enactor of violence, you're like, damn, she's good.
Exactly.
Okay. And Rusty, here's a big one for you.
Oh, no.
Considering you had a big one.
Oh no.
Yeah.
When this is all over, what does Rusty know will happen?
What does he know what'll happen? Ooh. Well, he's gonna suspect that hopefully everything's good. He knows that we're not going to go to the, like, back to whatever was the old, ways. But hopefully everything will, be good. BG will stop his shit. If not, we're gonna stop his shit for him permanently.
So Rusty believes that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah,
He
he's gonna
knows
hope.
everything will be fine.
Yeah, he's got his friends with him, people he considers family. We're all together in this. It's gonna
So
go
he's-
well.
Okay, so he's sure that like things are going to go back to the way they were. At least
Yeah,
like in the peaceful sense, not in like the things still kind of be tense, like
Yeah,
the
like
whole in-debt thing.
pre-BG kind of
Okay,
stuff.
yeah, so all right. And you think you'll still be together?
He hopes so.
Does he know so?
He knows so, actually.
Okay. So I guess we'll get back to our scene. You had just come back from the wreck. I think it's a bit after like everyone had the big like holy shit what the fuckness. All right, we have to do start session moves. A little ahead of myself.
Yeah, it's okay. It's exciting.
So yeah, so let's see. First we'll do marked stats. So who has highest HX with Lug?
I have two.
2.
Apom, you can go ahead and take it.
How about cool?
Oh, okay.
How about Sharp?
And done.
Okay, who has highest HX with Rusty?
3.
2.
Mark it.
How about sharp?
Sharp.
I swear to God if you say cool.
And weird.
Sharp and weird. Got it.
And how about highest with Giuseppe?
I've got 3.
1.
I'm going to say you should highlight hot. No, sharp. Go with sharp.
And cool. Well, no, that's fucking Lugs. Hot.
Sharp and hot?
Yep.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay. On top of that, we have 2 other roles to do. One is Bonefeel and the other is Fortunes.
Do Bonefields first. I'm curious.
Okay. Bonefeel being 2d6 plus weird, I believe.
Pretty
good,
good.
pretty good.
Pretty good.
So, whenever you choose, you can be in a situation with, like, whatever is needed to deal with it. Your choice or my choice, I'm gonna say it's your choice unless, like, you give it to me.
Right.
The only problem is that you do not get +1 forward to what you're trying to deal
Yeah.
with. Now, Fortunes. This may do some big shit for us.
And it's just 2d6,
in this session,
right?
at least. What's that?
2d6. Yep.
Ooh, dang, good.
Yippee!
You got... you just did the... Okay, damn. I wasn't expecting that. It should be understood that because of how rolling works, a straight 2d6 is like 50% chance of failure.
Yeah.
And then like a 30% chance of doing okay, and then like a 20% chance of doing good. Like a 30% chance of not really getting what you want. But dang, you just got it. So what do you get for your fortunes?
For my fortunes, I get 3 barter.
Uh-huh.
Augury, correct? Since I rolled
You
10.
You definitely do. You get all of your surplus.
Yay, I get augury and barter.
Hooray!
You're right, we don't
Who are
have
you
to
gonna-
deal with hunger or disease.
Who are you going to sacrifice today?
You.
Luglet.
Yeah, Luglet. We're gonna sacrifice Lug's son. So sorry.
Has Luglet been shown on camera before?
Oh God, no. Let me find that.
No,
image.
Lug is a good parent who doesn't want his child out there in the media. How could you fucking
There's
do this, you
Lug's non-canonical
paparazzi?
son.
And there's Lug with his son. And hold on,
Alright,
I've got
so,
one more.
Let's another. Okay, well you can't. Okay, it's a good one.
This is how you use a pickaxe, son.
Hey, look.
We gotta get the breathers in because of last session. People going right off of that one into this one are gonna be a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, so let's get this show on the road. I think it would be a little bit after you had had your whole reunion, after everybody either bitching at Rusty or being like concerned with Giuseppe, or just like nobody really doing much for Lug. I think.
Sorry,
I think
Lug.
Quill's like pretty like, hey, good job, you made it.
Wow, you didn't ask for any assistance medically. I'm impressed, Lug.
You guys
You
are
didn't
roommates.
murder anybody and you didn't get stabbed. Good job. But I think what would you be doing then immediately after that?
Is this directed to anyone in particular?
Probably all of you.
First and foremost, Rusty's gonna cry. He's gonna continue crying. Can we just go to the bar and sob all over the counter?
I don't like how Rusty is becoming more and more like Gormizer.
Hey, you sure are crying a lot, huh?
Listen.
I can't use that open brain question that I was thinking of, like, what's the last time Rusty cried? Because you're crying all the damn time.
Yeah, I wouldn't even remember that. It's been so much. Well, it'd be now.
When was the last time you didn't cry?
Anyway, so you decide you're gonna be kind of chilling at the bar.
Not chilling, crying.
Oh, crying at the bar.
Yeah, crying at the bar. I've got nowhere else to cry. I can't just go into the workshop and be like, Lug! So he's just
Lug, what would you be doing?
Lug is currently trying to improve the Greasy Pinky with fortifications of armor. Well, actually, no. I think Lug would ask H to do that. Well, he tries to take a look at our water filter, because our water filter is very important.
Okay, I think H has already looked at the water filter and is probably going to be telling you some things about it in the next scene. Giuseppe, what'd you be doing?
Giuseppe wanted to have like a jam session of sorts with his bandmates after all of that, so at the moment he's probably in the bar polishing something, waiting for everyone to be ready.
Okay. Let me look something up real quick about the Savvy Head. Okay, interestingly enough, I should note that your oftener right happens with any character. If a character comes to you for advice and you tell them honestly what you think is the best course, they get +1 on the roll, which I guess I'd have you roll for it, but with no bonuses, and you get to mark experience if they do it. It says a character, I assume it means player character, but like, considering nobody fucking goes to you for anything, you've never used the damn move.
You should ask. You should tell me to give me some advice sometime.
I should probably come to like tell you about things and then have you. Okay, yeah, that's fair. In that case, I think instead of going to you, Lug, H would probably go to like someone else first, because you're like way too into the whole like fixing shit, and that's a little intimidating when you get like that. You know,
Right, right.
you get that kind of look that you get before you're about to like hit someone with your pickaxe. Honestly,
Understandable.
I think H comes into like walks into the bar, and I think you're kind of like way too out of it, Rusty. So I think he approaches Giuseppe. So this dude, covered in like a bunch of like engineer shit that's like a little too ratty to like actually work as engineer shit, comes over to you and is like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second, Giuseppe? Sorry for interrupting."
Giuseppe looks up, but he doesn't actually like stop polishing. He's still polishing. It's like, yep, H, you're H, right? What did you want to do? What did you need?
Yeah, that's my name. The water filter's fucked.
Is Lug on the job?
He's doing something right now, and I don't really want to talk to him when he's like that. But real quick, let's figure out what is your water filter situation.
You said it was gunked up, or do you mean what
right
it
by
was,
the tank
period?
juice.
No, what it is, period. Like, how do you filter water? Like, is it like one of those, water straws that they manufacture? Is it like a straight up like charcoal thingamajig?
Yeah, I wanted to say it was some kind of charcoal filter.
I would think it would probably be like the straw thing, where a tube with a bunch of wire going throughout it to filter everything. Plus, that's something a lot easier for it to get gunked.
I mean, like, charcoal can get gunked pretty good too, because the way a charcoal filter works is it uses like progressively more fine, like silt and then like charcoal to filter shit.
Yeah.
So like it requires several things that are hard to get, which is like one, clean pebbles, two, like very fine sand, and then three, charcoal.
Hmm.
And that's stuff that's like either hard to find or something you cannot produce.
That does make sense.
The straw is an idea because like it's something that you literally either have to find or get, and it's a finite resource. What do you think, Giuseppe?
I don't know too much about like water filtration. Trying to think.
It doesn't have to be based super hard in reality, but like, this also doesn't have to be super important. Like, this is just us figuring it out.
Would like a bartender have any like tools used for filtration that could also be applied to like that kind of sense?
I mean, like,
Um,
I don't know. I don't
I
think bartenders
don't
really.
think so.
Okay.
No.
Unfortunately.
Alright then. Maybe we just try to like use the straw to like make bottles, get the germs out of it and all.
I don't think it's like that small of a straw.
I'm
It's
sorry.
more of a tube than a straw. No, there's nothing to apologize for. We're still like workshopping all this, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing to apologize for.
Okay.
Hey, we can use a sponge.
Yeah, it sounds like
Sponge.
Rusty, give me your cloak.
I like that.
it sounds
I
like
like
the
sponge.
charcoal thing.
Sponge Mario.
It sounds like the charcoal thing works, right?
Yeah.
Charcoal would work.
Okay. It's something that like you just kind of have a housing for it, and then like you replace the filtration every once in a while.
Yeah, it feels kind of more believable with how Giuseppe's got like all this nice stuff to begin with. So it feels like he should have something as nice as a charcoal filter.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know how nice that is, but
Because he's got like the band instruments, he's got this whole setup that actually works as far as a boat goes, and he's just
So-
like
Right.
a single person, more or less.
well, he's a single person
Yeah,
who
I
got you
guess
into
so.
like
a lot of
murderous
that
debt.
he put into like himself into debt getting, and some of it he's
Yeah.
paid off, not all. He's also like reused a
Yeah.
lot of things
Mm.
over time. Like I think most of the bottles he has, he's probably like reused for years. Kept washing them out and reusing them.
Makes sense.
Gets angry
so,
when Lug throws them.
Yeah, H a bit essentially tells you that the water filters like got a bunch of like the tank juice in it, and yeah, we don't have any extra stuff to fill it with. We're out of the filter stuff, the black shit.
Do we have anything else we could use for filtering?
I mean, you could talk to Lug. he actually knows this stuff. I don't know why he thought that I'd be good to look at it, but he told me to. I don't
Hmm,
know shit about machines, man.
that's fair. I don't either, but I can go talk to him. All right, band
Okay,
sessions. Jam sessions gonna be delayed a bit. I need to go talk with Lug.
all right. So you set down your glass and your rag, and you walk over to Lug's little makeshift dock garage thing. And I think he's really getting into it. Like, he's got like some commandeered metal. I think he probably like grabbed a couple pieces from the wreck and just says like, "I'll take this right now. Just
Mm-hmm.
just you
Yep.
wait." Uh, and you've been kind of like hammering it into shape. Like, every once in a while he'll bring his hands up and he'll put it up to the frame and be like,
It
"No,"
fits.
and he'll put it back and he'll start hitting it some more.
Yeah. So it's banging away at that.
Yeah. So what do you do, Giuseppe?
I sort of like pause for a bit, wait until he has like a slight lull in his work. He could then just like shout to him like, "Hey, Lug, how you doing?"
Doing good.
That's good.
He continues. Something you need?
Um, H came by. I think you know him. Um, they want our water filtration's having some issues, and they need a solution on how to fix it.
Uh,
We're out of the black stuff, which I'm pretty sure means the chokel.
what kind of? He's hitting, but he kind of slows down a little bit with his bangings. He kind of like gets up. 'Cause he's sitting on the ground. He's sitting on the ground, and he gets up, and of course he kind of his back kind of creaks a bit, and he walks up to Giuseppe, and he's like, "We're out of filter already."
Apparently, got all the tank juice or whatever got clogged it up.
Mm. Where's H?
Last I saw them, they were in the bar, and my band's in the bar right now. We're getting ready for a jam.
Hmm. Ugg ponders to himself. He can't really do much about this if we're out of it. He can clean the filter, just the housing, because that's probably all gunky.
Yeah, I think that's an
But
idea. Is that like I think like it'd make sense if you could like continually work on it. It would be able to like get some water out of it, but you'd have to continually fuck with it. Is the thing. Like normally it just
right.
works, but like you'd have to continually get the gunk, like because there's just some gunk in there. You'd have to like keep taking the water, putting it through the filter again, until it gets out. So whoever does that, I think, would like not be able to do anything else really.
Well, where's H again?
We're in the bar. I'll take you over there.
Please do.
And we go over.
And tippy tappy to the bar.
Okay, you enter the bar again, and I think H looks like they were looking for something, but like straightens up when you like enter and is like, "Oh, hey guys, what's up?"
Howdy.
I got Lug over here. He's gonna propose a solution.
Okay, go for it, I guess.
Now it's not gonna be pretty until we can get a new filter. But we're gonna need to just run stuff through this a bunch. We're probably gonna need to scoop some of the gunk out. You wanna help me with that, bud?
Sure, dude. I don't know much about how it works, but if you keep showing me, I could probably get it.
Alright, down this way. And Lug kinda grabs him by the wrist and leads him. In a not in a like a mean way, but kind of in a kind of like, well, you agreed, let's go. No time to wait.
Yeah. So I think the way this is gonna work is that you won't have to, you won't be like in desperation for water, but you're gonna have to keep working on it.
Okay.
Which means that you won't be able to use or to work on your projects.
That's why I gotta teach H them
That's fine.
ropes.
I've got my own idea for a move here.
Okay.
Does Win need to roll for anything?
I don't think
Nope,
so.
not really.
Okay then. When Giuseppe now Giuseppe knows this problem, he's gonna head back to his like quarters or whatever, and he's gonna I don't know exactly what he'd do, but like send out some sort of like order to get like a better water supply for the near future. And with that, he's going to use the fingers in every pie move.
Ooh.
It doesn't. I don't need any like specific people for that. Just like some way to send out that I have a thing. I need a thing.
Yeah, I think that could work. The estuary, the Irigo estuary that you're in, doesn't have many like, homesteads like the normal like routes do. So it may take you like a couple days before like, civilization is around for people to get that. But yeah, within a few days, I think, maybe like half a week, that could work.
Okay, that's
So overall, it would basically be instead of like Lug having to work the whole time, he could work for half of it.
okay. We're gonna hopefully I won't screw up this. This is a roll plus hot, so
Okay.
fingers in every pie. Show me the money.
Hell
That's
yeah.
good.
Awesome.
Yeah, people make an effort for that kind of roll.
Okay. Let's see. 7 or 9, your people make an effort. Everybody wants to please you, and close is close. Okay. That'll come up, I think, when it comes up.
That's good. I wanted to get another use out of that move.
Alrighty.
That was very clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Smart use of the move.
Trying to figure out stuff now.
Congratulations, you have foiled Josie's plan.
Keep Lug out of the way.
Exactly.
Figured out how to play a Maestro D.
Hell yeah.
A little bit. So, on top of that, I think. Let me think. Who would ask you about this? Let me bring up your fuckers.
Top 10 most fucker.
I think just like Nickel and Zink are coming up, and it's like, "Hey, Baby Blue, where are we going?" Everybody's kind of waiting on the signal for where we should go to start the engines.
Rusty's still kind of not sobbing so much anymore. He's kind of gotten some of it out of his system. He's still kind of.
They've been patting your back, I think, around you for a while, but they're like, "Okay, pal, you gotta man up."
Okay, dude, come on. You're 37 years old. Please stop this. It's
You're
kind of
so
sad. Hey, your session reminder that Rusty's 37. Okay, but he's still kind of puffy and eyes like still teary and stuff. And he's like, I don't know. We'd have to go ask Giuseppe, I guess. And he kind of slowly, like, kind of not so much gets out of the chair, but kind of more roll out of the chair that he's sitting in and on his way to Giuseppe.
Okay, so a more wet than usual mess of Rusty comes up to you, Giuseppe, while you're thinking probably about. Well, you're probably giving those orders a little bit after. So
Yeah, I think I tell Darnell that because he has connections, and that's why we keep him around.
We know Darnell can swim.
Yeah, we know that for a fact.
Hey, Rusty, are you feeling okay? I'm sorry about all that's happened.
It's okay. Sorry about going off on you back there too.
It's okay, man. But if you ever need anything, just come up and ask me. I can get to you.
Thanks.
Need something right now?
Yeah, the crews want to know where we're going.
Let me go check.
you know that the closest place to you is Hollister from the wreck. Millions is, I think, another half a week away. Like, so Hollister is a week away. Millions is a week and a half.
How urgent is Captain Crunk's order that we get him free reign passing Millions?
I think that's just something that you need to. It's not like that, immediate.
All right. We should probably.
It's
do
not
that
like it's not a decree to do that immediately. You're not like his messenger.
Okay. Then I'd say we probably should go to Hollister first because that's where one of our sensor points has been, and I think at this point we're all interested in checking all of those out. So maybe we should go to Hollister and then head back to Millions.
All right.
And he kind of like slowly turns around and slops back to tell everyone where we're going.
Okay, and I think they hop to it. They seem like really kind of. Your group seemed very supportive, which is strange. They usually just kind of leave you to it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they've been really hopping to shit. They've been kind of keeping an eye on you, making sure that you're like not, hungry or thirsty or too tired and shit.
Oh.
Their efficiency is scary.
Oh.
Yeah, you've probably all noticed that like they're working hard and they're trying to make their stay here legit.
Oh.
Are we still like harvesting stuff from the wreck?
You aren't, because that's someone else's job. But
Okay.
I think whenever you can, you've been trying to find places underwater. Around here in the estuary, it's very deep though, so you don't have many opportunities. Otherwise, you did get a bunch of shit from the wreck itself, so
Yeah, I got my
that hopefully
suitcase
makes
of.
up for it.
I got my suitcase of 1 powder. I'm not sure if you guys got any powder.
No.
We got some.
I didn't.
I
didn't
did.
pick
Wind
anything
in
up.
particular and Seth, I think, looked around, and there was a total of 4 barter from all the knickknacks in the office.
Yep,
barter
I got
for you.
4.
Would that
The
count
one
for me
barter
too,
from-
or not?
I mean, each of you don't get 4 barter, but there's 4
Okay.
barter total.
Yeah, I got it. You guys can keep that.
Well, Lug.
Thanks,
I didn't need your
blessing.
I've got about 4 powder. I mean, that should cover like a good amount of stuff. I don't plan to use it any of it for ammo just yet.
That's fair.
I don't plan to use any of it.
It's like an ether in video games. You never fucking use them, and even if like until the end game boss, and it's like there
Even
might be
then,
a
you
better
don't use
use for
them.
him though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's
Lug,
been a few
why
days
haven't you used your
after that.
stockpile?
It's been, I think, maybe 2 days or so since you sent off in the direction of Hollister. And what would you be doing in that time?
Well, for me, Rusty, I'm calmed down enough, thankfully. I'm gonna check to see everybody doing, check to see if anything's needed. Occasionally putting on a nice show, cause like everybody needs a break every now and again.
Right. Lug, you'd probably still be working on that very often, right? It hasn't been half a week yet. I think you and H have been working together a lot. They've been getting the hang of it, but like they're pretty clumsy, and like the big what I say they were, like the big mitten type engineering thing gloves they got. It's not good for delicate work,
actually
and they refuse
working.
to take them off. Yeah, they refuse to take them off.
Understandable. Lug has his demons and H has his.
Yeah, Giuseppe, what would you be doing?
You'd probably be trying to do a bunch of general stuff to keep the ship shape. You'd be like
Okay.
going talking around to everyone, having some practice sessions with the rest of the band, polishing some stuff, looking at the kitchen with a grudge. Probably like late at night sometimes he pulls out that document and looks at it a bit. Probably not healthy for him, but whatever.
You mean the book?
Whatever we had like the little writing in. Oh, he does have the book too, though. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
you have the book All or Nothing.
Let's say he probably read like a chapter of it or so, if it has chapters.
That will be a bit difficult because as you actually start to get into it, you realize that it's in a cipher.
Oh.
Like it's coded in some way. If you
He's
wanted
just been
to
looking at the
think-
pretty pictures.
Yeah, if it's got some illustrations that give you ideas of things, lots of things about like a sun and shining rays, lots of like light imagery. But if you wanted to know what it said, you'd have to either find someone who could like do it for you, or you'd have to work on like trying to figure that out yourself. You don't think it's too hard of a cipher, but it'd take you at least like several days. You were never much for code breaking.
Yeah. Maybe I do that a little bit on the side, but I have.
Okay. So I think we're gonna start this day with you, Rusty, since you're like out and about and kind of like figuring out how people are doing. I think you're approached by one of your newer cultists, Mimi.
Oh.
We don't have much on Mimi, but except that she's kind of a shithead. This is what she looks like. This is not my decision, that is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you for making Mimi Landgrab canon in Deep Blues.
Yeah, Mimi's just generally been kind of a bitch. Like she just doesn't like get along with people very much, and she kind of backtalks you a lot. But I think when she approaches you, she's
she
like,
swears.
Rusto.
I'm sorry. I love Resto so much.
Hello.
Yeah?
Thistle wants to see you about something.
Oh, he kind of grumbles, like, oh no, this'll. And he goes,
Thanks, Mimi, for passing the message along.
God,
pats her.
whatever.
He pats her.
No, don't, no, get that away. You're gonna ruin my tank top. Ugh.
And then he just goes to Thistle.
Okay. She's just kind of like, ugh, yuck. Rusty
Gross.
germs.
Yeah, I got the rust wet on me now.
But you find Thistle, what the fuck?
Thistle.
You find Thistle in the bunkhouse. She's kind of, it looks like she's commandeered, like, a metal bar and 2 barrels, and she's like bench pressing them.
Oh my goodness. I love Thistle so much.
And she's just like, ugh, and you hear like water sloshing in the barrels. She's just like grunting, like, ugh. Nobody is spotting for her.
God.
What do you do?
I'm going to stare in wonder for a moment, because I don't think Rusty's seen anything similar to this. Maybe he has, but like, it's been a long while. And the fact that she's doing it all by herself.
It's different when
one's
it's
there.
a scary 3-foot lady doing it.
Yeah. He kind of sheepishly goes over there because, like, his relationship with Thistle isn't great, I don't think. It doesn't seem great after everything.
Hey, Thistle, and Mimi said you wanted to see me?
I think she gives a pause and then one last big heave, and then like drops the barbell over her head. It splashes seawater all over a bunch of folks' belongings, and she's like, "Oh shit!" And she sits up and she's like, "Do you know why I wanted to talk to you?"
Is it the car?
No, he wouldn't know that it's a Carter.
Is it that, shield thing?
I'm not mad at you, but I'm not happy either. And she gets up, I think. Stretches out. That shield shit was stupid. But that jump was fucking amazing. More shit like that, less shit like the other thing. So, let's just shore up what you're bad with. And she actually like goes under a cot and like pulls out the shield that she took. And she tosses it at you.
I kind of fumble around with it. Like, oh shit, wasn't expecting to, have to catch something today.
She pulls out her machete.
Oh no. Rusty
no.
gives an
Now
oh no
block.
face.
And she starts like coming at you with that machete.
Oh shit. Oh. What the fuck? I guess Rusty's gonna try to pick up the shield. Not like hold it properly, like pick up the top of it and like throw it over himself. Very poorly.
Yeah, I think she essentially comes at you with that machete and like is trying to like get you to learn how to use it and use that shield. And I think she just does not stop. She doesn't give you like a chance to stop.
I'm guessing she's just gonna ignore all my screams. Like,
Of
hey,
course.
stop it! What the fuck? What?
Fuck you, baby!
Bethel!
Oh boy, what a terrible time for Giuseppe and his friends to be practicing
Please, somebody!
cool battle music.
He's begging.
Lug.
Yes.
While you've been doing that, I think like H has been looking a bit more like irritable with time. Like you're not sure if it's because like he's angry at like I don't know, like the filter or something, but he's looking kind of like pissy.
You alright there, bud?
No. I really want you to stop imitating me.
Huh?
You keep talking like me and it's really making me mad. I know that I'm not that great at doing like low voice shit, but I'm trying, goddammit. I don't need you making fun of me.
What are you talking about?
What? Wait, what the fuck? Are you saying that this is how you just sound? There's no way. Lug. Lug.
He's staring blankly. His head is cocked to the side. He's looking. He's just like, huh? He is fucking dumbfounded. I feel like that's becoming more and more common, but Lug is just... He's kind of out of it now. Like, it's hard to tell if he's thinking about what has just happened, or if he's thinking about something else, or if he's not hearing it, or if he's just kind of blocked it. Like, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. He's confused.
I think, while you're staring, I think Quill actually walks up beside you and is like, Hey! 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 Lug! Hey!
What?
Stop. Stop that.
Stop what?
You've been staring for like the past 10, whatever. H, here's your stuff. And she hands H some medicines, like, thanks. And he grabs a fresh bit of water from the filter. And he downs it shit. He's like, this water still tastes pretty shitty.
Just gotta work harder then.
Okay.
And he kind of shakes his head out of it, and he kind of gets back into the groove of working.
Okay. I think as Quill walks back to the workshop, you notice that she's kind of limping a bit. There's a noticeable limp. It's not like a whole lot, but it's like you've been noticing that she's been like not walking around as much lately.
Damn, I wish I could get up from this filter.
I think she actually calls you when she's back in the building. She like peeks out and is like, "Oh yeah, Lug.
Oh well,
Hey, Lug.
I guess it is
Can you
time
get
to
over
get
here?"
up. And Lug pushes himself up from the ground the way you do when you're sitting crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
And you don't have anything to pull yourself up on, so you kind of get on your knees and push yourself up kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes on over, of course. What is he, some bum? Just gonna ignore her? No.
Yeah, you enter and she notices she's like in a particular part of that medical book that she's been looking at. And she's like, oh, hey, I didn't want to really talk to the others about this shit, but I think it's important for someone else than me to know, you know? There's a weird... No one else really has, like, there's words in this that I don't understand. I don't know if you'd understand them, but I didn't want to tell Rusty because I think it's about the millionaires, you know? I didn't want to tell Giuseppe because he's a busybody.
Understandable.
But, hey, can you make any, information out of this shit? And she turns the book to you. And I'll probably post this, but also I'll read it out myself. I'll not do Quill voice because I notice I'm real bad at doing Quill voice lately. So, here you go. It says, subjects require regular hormone therapy to reduce complications in development and maintenance. Endocrine system is compromised on a 99.95% basis due to imperfection in system that has no known source or cause. Debugging has no effect, and there is no time as of the events of November 8th to rectify the issue. As such, the medical board recommends the integration of known hormone therapies into the medical systems of the New Eden project as a solution. Let God sort the rest.
Well, he reads it over, of course. Is there anything else, sounds related to this in any pages nearby?
It's weird because like all the other pages are completely different from this. This is more like it's almost like a bookmark, but it's still a page that's on like the binder ruling. It looks like it's from a completely different book.
I don't know what to make of this. This doesn't look like the same book. Doesn't
I was gonna
sound
ask,
like it.
What? I've been reading a bit. I know what an endocrine system is, I guess. It's like some weird shit that makes your body want things, I think. It tells it to do shit. I don't know. But, like, what the fuck is debugging? The fuck is in November? I mean, like, I know my brother's November, but an 8th? November? What?
Oh fuck, there's more of them.
Oh, no, what? No, shut the fuck up, Rusty.
What?
Shut the fuck up, Lug. Anyway, do you know what a New Eden is?
No.
Well, shit.
He kind of pauses for a moment and looks around, just kind of like thinking of what to say. Ask what's her name. The one who gave you the book. We're going back eventually.
This thing's real weird. I don't know, Rusty. I don't know if they'd even... She's nice and all, but I don't know if she'd even tell me.
First off, he puts a hand on her shoulder. Please stop calling me Rusty.
Look, you're the tech guy, Rusty, metal.
My
You
name
know?
is Slug.
I know it's Lug, shut up. Look, I get confused.
He hasn't taken his hand off her shoulder.
Stop touching me.
He takes it off.
Thank you.
Anyways, I don't see an immediate problem. So, if it ain't broke, wait till it breaks to fix it.
Man, alright, shit. I'll see you later. I'll get back to it.
Later, have a good one. And he goes off back to his shitty filter.
Giuseppe.
Yep.
Where was it that you kept, like, the things that you put under lock and key? Like, you put, like, say, the big helmet, the diver's helmet, as well as, like, the white block and the weed?
Here, let me check the map of the Exodia.
I mean, I know you probably kept it in, like, some sort of, like, case near you.
He kept it in the kitchen, and
Probably,
God, what a mistake was that.
I don't think I would keep in the bar. I think that would be like too close to where other people are. Well, close to where like outsiders maybe. I guess I think he probably like kept it in like under one of the unoccupied beds in the bed area.
Okay. The lock's broken.
Oh, god damn it.
What do you do?
Okay, I noticed that's broken. I panic and I like lift it open instantly to see what's going on. What's the missing?
Well, you see most of it's still there. Nothing's really moved. Well, no, stuff has been moved as if someone's looking around in it. The only thing you notice is that a certain bundle is gone that you kept the white block in.
Oh boy, we got a druggie on the boat. Nobody like keeps track of the beds, right? They wouldn't know like who had been in there in the past few days. Well, I guess everyone would have.
People usually have their own bed because they've got a little, like, probably a little case that they got near it that they put their shit in.
Yeah. But like nobody is at this bed in particular. Like this one is like reserved for the safe, and nobody knows that the safe is here except Giuseppe and all the other high up people.
Yeah, you just kind of keep people away from it.
Yeah. So somebody figured it out and broke the lock, and I'm a little like upset, like concerned. I replaced the lock instantly with like something. I assume we have like spares somewhere.
Of course.
But then I go out on deck and see if there's anything like anyone like making off. I'm trying to inconspicuously hold something.
Now, I think everybody you look at is, like, either just kind of doing their own thing, you know. You hear the screams of Thistle and Rusty in the well, actually, you saw, like, Thistle beating on Rusty with a shield, with a
At this point, I didn't.
machete.
I stopped caring. Just like, okay,
Yeah,
they're gonna
of course.
fight. Rusty has legs. He can run if he wants to.
Yeah, I think you see, like, everyone else. You see, like, Mimi just kind of off on her own, just like trying to get a good reflection in the water to like mess with her hair. You see Zulu, or was it no, it's Zula, right?
Zula.
Yeah, you see Zula kind of like fucking with their little charms. You see everyone else like kind of doing their own thing. Some people are like, roughhousing. Some people are at the bar. Some people are listening to the music that I think Bung's trying to get going. Nickel and Zink are teasing Lyra. Yeah, everyone's just kind of doing their normal shit.
So yeah, business as usual. I don't know if this is something that warrants calling all hands on deck just for the white block. So I guess maybe
What do you do if you do anything?
What do I do if I do anything?
Yeah, if you do anything about it.
Well, I've locked the box already. I don't know if there's like a conspicuous way I can like ask people to be on the lookout for a white block or something. Especially since I don't actually know what it is. I wouldn't want to call much attention to it because then people may become aware that there's a lockbox full of goodies. And that's the last thing I really want.
Right. You think you're just gonna keep it on the down low until somebody like messes up?
Yeah, see if I see like white powder anywhere, a trail of anything.
Okay.
But other than
That's
that,
fair.
I go retreat. I go back to my normal routine.
Okay. So it's been another few more days, and I think it's like past the point where it's the half week point. I think like you had sent out a few people. I think you sent out probably Darnell, and then you had sent Darnell, who came with him for like protection.
Bung's who's the strongest member of your cultists?
Thistle, I'm sure. But she's been busy.
question.
Yeah.
Is Thistle the kind of person who would, like, the yokai game where, like, you have to put, like, an okay, the symbol below your waist? And if someone sees it, and you get to hit them? Is she the kind of person who would hit really hard?
Yes.
And she's been just actively trying to get Rusty and only Rusty to see it?
I'd say Murgo.
I don't know how that's too relevant. But
Murgo?
anyway.
Yeah, Murgo. I'd say
Murgo.
probably Murgo going off with them.
Okay, so
Okay.
probably like Murgo, Darnell, and anyone else? Maybe Nickel and Zinc? I don't know.
Well, Nickel and Zinc probably keeping him over there because God, Rusty's been in a mood.
Okay, so Giuseppe, so Darnell and Murgo go out to get some water. Road trip time.
Okay. Which do they take? I think Wind, you wanted to work on the Greasy Pinky, right?
Yeah, but that is the faster one, and I don't really have, like... He can't really do anything with it until the water is, like, ready for him to stop fucking with it. So I think
Right.
it would be like, yeah, please take the Greasy Pinky because it'll get this shit done faster.
Okay. The Greasy Pinky already having, like, I think speed above the other one, as well as being fast as, like, just a general fact about it.
Yep.
Okay, in that case, we know who Darnell is, but Murgo we haven't talked about much.
I haven't.
Murgo is one of the people who was kind of kicked by, shit kicked in by Thistle, when there was, like, the big scuffle.
Yep.
They're kind of a cowish kind of person. I don't know if you, like, wrote, or you, like, drew a picture of them at all.
Not yet.
Okay, but it's mostly just the horns. I think, they got a whip, and they kind of, like, they got a bit of a cowboy thing going on with the pants, but, like, that's about it. They've got a big, like, 20-gallon hat, but it is indeed a water cooler jug that's kind of melted into a fake hat shape.
I love it.
They're they're kind of like, they're rowdy. They're really rowdy. And I think they show that pretty obviously when, like, Darnell's kind of like, alright, see you guys later. And, Murgo, like, kind of, like, grabs him by the shoulder and he's like, yeah, see you later, everybody. And, like, Darnell's like, oh shit, this is gonna suck.
Can I also say that, Jesse, you wrote down that they were also specifically the person who threw the chair.
Oh, of course, yeah. They threw the chair that caused the huge fight.
Yeah.
That was the
they then-
motivator. I saw if anyone could keep Darnell from accidentally screwing up, it would be them.
If you believe so. I don't know if I mentioned it, but, like, yeah, they them pronouns.
Yeah, I feel like Murgo, they would cause more trouble with Darnell.
Yeah.
If anyone
But,
can
hey,
stop
there-
Darnell
this is
from
true.
being sexy.
Two troublemakers will cancel each other out. Darnell
No,
has
they
connections. All he
won't.
needs to do is to talk to someone who is, like, in debt to him somehow. We don't need to answer how people are in debt to him, just to get water.
I think you've sent them out pretty early in the morning when, like, the mist finally settled down. You're pretty sure you're out of the estuary itself. Things aren't, like, in the mist, like, there's no images and shit, or shadows. But you send them off to find water or something like it. But I think later in the day, maybe we'll say, like, early afternoon, something goes on. Lug, you notice that Quill's limp is getting a lot worse.
Well, she pulled me aside. I think it's only fair for me to pull her aside at this point. Lug has gotten up from his station of water bastard, and he's gone to the little workshop because it's a shared space, and he's alone with her. And he's like, I've noticed you're walking kind of funny. He doesn't ask what's up with that. He just kind of points it out.
Yeah. Like, and she's like kind of like looking everywhere except for you, and it's like, well, it's been a while. It's fine. I'll be fine.
You sure? I think now is a good time to use a good old this isn't really charged.
Yeah, it's charged in that somebody's keeping something from you. You can go ahead and read a person.
Yeah, read a person, so this would be sharp.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on, sidekick bot.
Wow.
Hot damn.
Good shit. Thanks, Sidekick Bot.
Yep, so you get 3 of these questions. Remember they are hold, so you can use them as the conversation continues, if you'd like.
What's Quill really feeling right now?
Intense trepidation.
Define trepidation.
It's like fear of something that's going to be happening soon, or the idea of something that could be happening. And she's like, look, it's not that big a deal. It's just it'll turn out fine.
A boat with secrets never makes it. You gotta fess up, buddy. Whatever's going on, 2 heads are better than 1. More heads are better than 2.
Are you using any of your hold on that?
Not yet.
Okay.
I want the conversation to continue a little.
Look, I appreciate the thought, but you're not gonna fix this. I don't think anybody on the boat can fix this.
Just talk about it. I think by now Lug would pull. Are there any good chairs in the
There's probably
room?
a chair.
Like chairs with backs?
No. You're trying to you're doing the turn the trailer around so you can face them backwards.
Yeah. I'm glad you knew exactly what I was wanting to do.
Sure, we'll materialize a chair like that. We'll just say there's one.
He's on a stool, but he's still doing that. It's really impressive. Talk.
God, you're such a shithead, Lug.
I try.
It's my foot.
And?
It doesn't look good.
Does your book say anything?
Yeah, it says plenty.
How could I get this character to accept the fact that keeping a secret and that just trying to work on this herself isn't gonna get things done?
I think it's just by being upfront about it, not just being keeping secrets is bad, but something's wrong, you're not telling me, you have to tell me, or else it's gonna get worse.
Quill, listen to me. This isn't gonna get better if you don't get help. We're family. We're friends. We're co-workers. Tell us what is wrong.
God, you're such a shithead. Fine, Jesus. I don't know who that is, but Jesus.
Probably saw an ad
she
for
takes
him.
off. Yeah, she takes off her boot. It looks bad. Going out from that old bullet wound that she had during Millions is a bunch of colors you don't want to see on flesh.
Oh, I'm glad you've shown me at least. This is serious looking. He kind of he does that nervous chuckle when you can't really when you laugh because you're upset and you want to try and laugh so you're not upset but it doesn't work, kind of like that. He's kind of, it's obvious that he's a bit nervous about this now. What does your book say? Anything?
I mean, I don't need the fucking book to know about this shit, man. I'm gonna lose it.
You're gonna lose it?
Chop the thing off. Jeez. Fucking amputate.
Luke kind of looks down for a second. You really think that's the best thing to do?
I thought it'd get better. I thought it was just a little stupid infection. I was cleaning as much as I could. Get the boss. I'll grab the shit we need. You're gonna help me.
He gets up without a word, and he exits the room. And he pops back in for a second. Which one? Rusty or Giuseppe?
The one who pays me.
He goes to Giuseppe.
So, Lug comes into the bar, Giuseppe, while you're probably fiddling with some stuff.
Yeah, polishing, maybe just
Lug
organizing the bottles.
looks serious.
What's going on, Lug?
Despite his seriousness, he's Lug's no damn fool, or maybe he is, and he wants to at least try and break the news a bit lightly. Hope you haven't had anything to eat yet. We're gonna need your help with some surgery.
Oh, okay.
And, I think he kind of says that to the general gang, like not just Giuseppe, but more of like the whole band, just kind of like emotional support, you know.
Right now only Fuzz and Bung are here, so they can come with me.
It's like, I think Fuzz is like, I don't know how we can help, but okay, Lug. And Bung's just like nods.
Oh, of course, like Bung does. Should
I assume you lead them back to the workshop.
I would want to ask her, should we get Rusty? Well,
What do you think, Giuseppe?
Rusty. We don't have any antiseptic, but Rusty has whatever that weird magic he does. Maybe that could help? I don't know. Who are we doing this on this again?
Quill.
Oh
I think
no.
Fuzz like grabs you and is like, "What the fuck did you just say?
Quill.
What the fuck's wrong with her?"
Her foot.
Fuzz, calm down.
Shithead,
Fuzz,
and she like shoves you back
Fuzz,
and
calm
like
down.
marches over. She marches over to the workshop.
Oh boy. Don't take it personally, Lug. Fuzz is just like that.
Since when?
I don't know. Just like last, I'll tell you something quick. Just last time I had a serious conversation with her, she firmly told me to not mess with anyone who was close to Quill. Very firmly.
Well, it kind of gives that same stare he gave H. It's kind of like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what I'm
Not-
talking about
not-
either, buddy.
Not my Fuzz. But he unlike H, he snaps himself out of this one because there's something serious going on. He's got to get out there, and I think, of course, he's going to. He's going to go over there to the workshop, and he's forcibly removing Giuseppe from the building to the workshop.
And did I get Rusty on the way?
Did
If you want to,
Where's Rusty?
I think Rusty's in the bunkhouse. Thistle's
Still.
still giving him a run around.
Is Rusty
It's been
being
several
attacked? Is
days.
Rusty
It's
being
It's like pretty much
attacked?
every day Thistle's like trying to get him to like use the damn shield.
Rusty. He's exhausted.
Which part do I eat first?
How do you hold this thing? He still doesn't know.
I can't fit it all in my mouth at once.
Oh no.
God.
But yeah, I think Giuseppe probably comes up into the bunkhouse.
Hey Rusty, we need your help, and can you bring whatever that weird black magic thing you do is? I think we need some of that, maybe. And please be quick about it. I'm worried something bad's going to happen if we don't be quick about it. Something bad's going to happen either way, but we better, like, minimize that.
Rusty huffing and puffing. Thank God! Yes, I'll come! And he throws the shield down and immediately just runs out.
Does that leave a big hole in the
No.
ground?
No, it just kind of like plops down. I think this is kind of pissed about this, but she doesn't say anything. Especially considering you said black magic and she knows what that means.
Rusty, don't. He's just happy to get out of here and get a break.
So, you go back to the workshop?
Yep, we're all there. Gang's all here.
Yeah, you get there and I think Quill's like probably crying. Fuzz is like just kind of like inconsolable, like not saying anything, probably sitting in your chair.
Well, not gonna take that chair. Do the thing I was saying earlier where I get a stool and I act like I'm leaning on the chair except there's nothing there. Yeah, that.
I think Quill's already gotten some of the stuff that you'll need. There's one of your larger knives, a bone saw, and some anesthetic, as well as a cauterizer tool, some scalpels, and sutures and shit. She goes, just follow what the book says. It's all on that page.
Oh boy.
Rusty doesn't like what he's seeing at all. He's not gonna say anything just yet. But it's like, oh no, he knows it's gonna go down.
I like stay close to Rusty and like grab his shoulder, just like keep him calm. I don't know what you can do to help with us here, Rusty, but if you know something that could help, just please do it. I'm worried.
He's gonna go walk next to Quill and be like, hold his hand out, like,
If you need to squeeze me, okay?
And holding his hand out.
You stupid glass-eating dumbass. I'm not gonna be awake for this.
Good.
Because he doesn't like the way this looks, nor does he want his hand squeezed really hard.
I think she looks at Fuzz and she's like, I'm sorry I fucked this up. And then she looks at you, Lug, and is like, give me the anesthetic.
Of course I'm gonna read the book first, make sure I don't fuck it up.
It's pretty simple stuff.
Yeah. And, where does he have to put it?
I don't know, probably just like,
Arm?
yeah, like a, stick him with it. Probably like a little syringe or something.
Alright. Well,
Okay.
do I have to roll?
Well,
Do you want to?
well,
Do I
you
have
work on, considering you have, like, the workshop improvement to be able to work on people,
This is my project now.
yeah, you work on her
Oh.
as you would a project.
This is
So
my project
let's,
now.
Let's create some stipulations.
Oh boy. It can't work for more than a day or else it'll go bad.
Yeah, we'll say that we'll call it, let me bring up your Savvy Head stuff real quick, let's see. You're gonna need, I think you'll need everyone present to help you. And then, you're gonna have to take Quill apart to do it.
God.
Well, I
Ha-
mean, yeah.
What do you mean take her apart?
I mean,
You're-
we're
you
removing
know.
your leg.
You're cutting parts off.
Yeah.
That's what I
Just
mean.
just
You're
one
not
apart, right?
Yeah, don't worry.
No, we gotta take out the heart so it doesn't overstimulate and die of shock. We gotta take out the
boy.
lungs.
I think, depending upon your role, it may cost you some jingle. Or require
Okay.
several tries. Just go ahead
Well-
and do, we'll say just a weird roll.
Okay, good.
Because that's like your whole deal, I suppose.
Oh boy.
That's +2, so an 8.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. We do not kill our patient.
Yet.
Don't laugh like that.
So I think yeah, you get to work pretty quickly. You give her the anesthetic and she's kind of under. You put you use a tourniquet to like cut off flow of blood to the foot. You put it like kind of far up because you're not sure how far it's spread, frankly.
Probably should have asked her before we put her down under.
Too late. I don't think she even really knows.
Giuseppe's like brought his trumpet with him and is like holding it just to, like keep himself calm.
Okay. I think you mostly get Bung to help you, frankly, because he's the only one not like either got something expensive in his hands or dirty, or
Yeah.
Fuzz who can't really stand it.
Or Rusty.
Rusty dirty.
Rusty's dirty.
He's dirt. Sorry.
First things first. You cut through the skin, and I think you cut pretty close to where it's like pretty gangrenous.
Right.
And you have to you cut through the skin, then you start to take apart the muscles, and I think you realize that my first one was too low, and so you have to cut further up the leg. By the time you've found all of it, and you're pretty sure that there's no more, it's about halfway up her shin.
Ooh, that's no good.
So you you cut through the tendon and the muscles, and then you're just kind of left with the bone. And which one of you is the one that's going to saw this bone? You or
Well,
Bung? Keep in mind that the person who saws it is going to have to be holding on to that pretty yucky foot.
I've got the gloves. And I guess...
I think Bung also has gloves, just as an aside. They barely fit him.
I don't want them to break and that to get all over him. And I've got the nice metal gauntlet on the hand that... Well, actually, that's a good question. Which leg is this?
I think it's her left leg.
Her left?
Yeah, her left leg.
So if he were on the left side of the table, he could hold it with his hand that has the nice metal glove. That's less likely for anything to get through.
To give him the deadlock glove?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm saying Lug could.
Oh, Lug could use the deadlock glove. Yeah, that's fair.
And if Bung can hold the leg steady, that would make sawing through the bone a lot easier.
Yeah, right. So, are you sawing or is he?
I'm sawing. Lug is sawing, rather.
Okay. This is the first time you've ever done anything like this. You've worked on people in as much as kind of routine shit, but never done something really like as intense as this. And sawing through bone is very weird, because it turns out bone likes to be real brittle despite being strong, and so when you're sawing it, it creates a lot of little splinters. But you get through it all the same until there's like only a little bit left, and then you kind of like have to yank it like to the side, like as a final snap, and it's off.
Okay, well, next part would be cleaning, right?
Yeah, first things first is that you have to file down the bone to keep it from being sharp.
Want to use bone feel in a sense of irony here, but for real, I think
Okay.
having the proper tools and the proper knowledge to properly clean and file down this bit is kind of a very important process of the amputation. So
Yeah, that's smart. I think that one thing that Quill forgot was a healthy dose of cleaning alcohol. You know, like distilled pure shit,
right.
which you have some of, and you are like, oh yes, of course, and you reach under the table, grab some, and you kind of like pour it pretty liberally, and you dab it with a clean cloth, and you get to filing that bone down. You take your sutures, or you take your tweezers, and you have to pull skin over, and then try to make a usable stump. Frankly,
Right.
use that cauterizing tool finally, and to get blood vessels to not be just like pumping shit out. After everything's done, you have a frankly pretty clean job, though you've had to cut off more than you realize that you'd have to. She's under anesthetic. She's not going to wake up for a while. Fuzz can't look at this shit anymore, and she's like already outside. Otherwise, you're kind of left with a yucky foot and a new experience, frankly.
I'm gonna say Rusty kind of follows her out. Oh, hey,
I
Rusty.
stick by because it's my obligation.
Yeah, Rusty kind of follows us out.
Yeah, I think
is Bung staying at least?
Bung's kind of sticking around.
I'm sticking around. I feel like by now H can handle what's left of the fucking hell filter, and I think Lug kind of he's cleaning. He's gonna clean as much as he can because he doesn't need something like this happening again, and he doesn't need to be reminded of it as much as he can. And cleaning, getting everything such as the foot together, and getting it probably in a container they won't need, and not throwing it out yet, but the lid is on, it's ready to be sealed, but he's not sealing it yet. He doesn't want to.
I get you.
He doesn't want to get rid of it without her blessing per se.
I get you. I think Fuzz walks into the bar. Rusty, do you follow, or are you gonna
I'm
do
gonna
something
follow
else?
her because she seems upset. She's really
Okay,
upset.
yeah,
Doesn't like
she's
this.
upset. She's going straight for the drinks.
Yeah.
Giuseppe, what were you doing?
I was just hanging. I was in like the room I was in the workshop for now.
Okay. Yeah, she's going straight for the drinks. What are you doing, Rusty?
Is DuckTales the movie working currently?
DuckTales was working, but DuckTales kind of got shoved to the side, and he's just like, fuck, okay, alright.
Poor
Go ahead.
DuckTales. Someday he'll get like his day in the limelight.
I'm gonna get behind the counter. Again. Second time, baby.
Okay, so you're like standing next to Fuzz.
Yeah, I guess, has she already gotten herself something, or no?
She's just drinking from a bottle.
Oh, I'm gonna be like, please.
Buzz, you don't need to be drinking this much.
Fuck off.
We can work through this.
Fuck off.
Buzz, she's gonna be okay.
Get out.
Buzz,
Leave.
it's going
I'm not
to
gonna
be
talk to you.
okay.
So I'm going to assume they're gonna just go back and forth with this.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, you know what? I want to roll sharp.
Okay. For what?
How could I get her to calm down enough? Is how I want to do it.
Well, I suppose you have to like be in the conversation already. I mean, you are kind of, but she's just telling you to leave.
Yeah. Oh, so I have to actually get her to converse with me. Is how the read a person's gonna work.
I suppose it doesn't really matter too much, but I suppose you can roll.
Yeah.
Dang, good job. Yeah, you get 3 hold on this then. And you said, how could I get your character to calm down?
Yeah.
Slap her.
Slap her?
Yeah.
Damn, I have to do all this violent stuff.
A very, snap out of it kind of thing.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go off that, huh?
Damn.
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 Rusty,
Okay.
damn. I'm gonna grab the bottle first and foremost. Just yank it out of her hands. And just like slap her a little bit. I don't want to get too hard. Rusty doesn't want to get too hard, but he does on accident.
That's fair.
He's in the moment. Whoops.
Yeah, I think you slap her, and she's just like stops. And then she just walks around the counter and just sits down.
Fuzz. She is going to be okay, alright? It's going to go well. It's alright. I don't think Quill wants to see you doing this or want to know that you're just drinking away.
And he kind of pats her on the shoulder a little bit. Actually, no. Really pats her on the shoulder. Pat, pat. To kind of reassure her a little bit better.
I think she doesn't say much, but she says, make sure she'll be okay.
I will.
You're a complete fucking weirdo, and I don't trust you for a second. But do what you do, and make sure she's fine.
I promise you. I will do what I can. I will make sure she's okay.
Fine. You don't have to worry about me drinking myself into stupidity.
I gotta worry about it with Giuseppe. And some of the cultists.
He's
Okay?
already set on it. You can't worry about him. He's too far gone in that shit. Now just go talk to your people or something.
Alright.
He sets the bottle,
I'm too far
wherever
gone.
it's supposed to be. Over on the counter, pardon. Not like the front counter, but where the drinks go. Drink counter.
So what do you do?
I'm gonna walk. Actually, you know what? I got 2 more hold. Okay, how's she feeling now? After all this?
Resigned.
Resigned? Okay. What does she intend to do? As a last resort? Last thing?
Wait.
Wait? Okay.
Wait until she wakes up.
Okay, got it. And I'm gonna walk off and,
Okay, I think you walk out and you're like kind of looking pretty down. Or at least like shooken up.
yeah.
And I think Nickel is outside, and she's like, hey baby Blue, what's going on? Everyone, you all kind of crowded into the workshop for a while. Is everything okay?
Rusty trust her.
Listen, Nickel, Quill got her, foot cut off. 'Cause it was all gross.
Shit.
Yeah. Lug handled it. I'm going to assume it's okay because he's really good with cutting other things and doing this kind of stuff.
Wait, what?
A little on the nose there, Blue, but alright. I think that you're starting to feel something kind of weird in your head.
Oh, yippee.
It's like a weird foreboding feeling.
Oh no.
Do you make mention of that?
Yes, absolutely. Rusty's gonna be
Okay.
open about all this.
What do you say?
I don't feel good about this anymore. Something feels off.
come to think about it, I don't feel that all that great either. And like at first, like she starts screwing up her eyes a bit, and like she like holds her head, just like, oh geez, baby Blue, this what's
He's gonna, like, help Nickel sit down on the ground real quick. So she's not, like, standing up and wobbling any. Don't want her falling over.
You feel it on your scalp like someone holding a fistful of your hair in their hand. You feel it like your fingers are holding a knife against a thick tendon in a victim. You feel like a gut in your gut, like a knife pointed gently at your stomach. Then the pressure cascades, and you feel it on your scalp like somebody's ripped a chunk of your hair out. In your fingers like you've cut your victim's leg tendons, ensuring they won't be able to run. You feel it in your gut like somebody's pressed a knife deeply into your body. And that one feels physical. And you look down, and the egg, which has been kind of very, very tiny for a long while, is in its normal, relaxed state. It's normal size,
Oh.
and it's swaddled near your stomach.
Oh, I don't like this.
It's pulsing softly with light and life. You help Nickel to her knees, and you notice it's like a single tear coming from her eye. Giuseppe, what were you doing at the time?
I think I was waiting in the surgery room, in the workshop.
Yeah. I think at some point, Lyra was in there kind of getting stock of what's going on, and also getting some like medicine for some ailment or other. And you see them like tense up, wide-eyed, and they turn their head, and Lug, you're seeing this too, and then they just leave while you're trying to hand them something.
Is everything okay? What's going on?
Rusty, you notice that everybody's leaving whatever they were doing or where they were, and they're walking towards you. And as each one gets close, they stop and they prostrate themselves in front of you, forming a sort of two-tiered circle. The final person to show up that's not Murgo, who since they're on their little trip, is H. And they exit the bunkhouse with something wrapped in cloth.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
And Nickel intones in a sort of reverential tone, "In service to the steward of the vessel." And everyone else responds,
In
service to the steward of the
vessel.
And H Light continues walking towards you with that bundle, and Zinc breathes out, "In service to the light beneath the skin of the world." And the cult repeats,
In
service to the light beneath the skin of the world. A boat comes up. You notice it's the Greasy Pinky. It's driving very quickly, but it skids to a stop, and Darnell is like complaining, like, "What the fuck are you doing, you dumbass? You could have hit something." But Murgo is immediately off the boat, carrying what look like several cases in your direction. And H gets to you, and they take a knee, and they present you with a bundle.
Shit, let's get into it. I'm gonna accept this bundle.
What's in the bundle?
Let me open this up and check what's in the bottle. Oh, surprise! It's the white block.
The steward of the vessel.
Good stuff.
May you serve your purpose.
And H intones, "For the steward of the vessel, may you serve your purpose." And the cult repeats,
For
the steward of the vessel,
may you
serve your purpose.
Serve your purpose.
And then Murgo comes up to you, and then, like, as well, presents those cases. You don't know what's in the cases, but they present them regardless.
I'm gonna accept the cases. Shit's weird. Capital weird. I'm gonna get into it though. I'm accepting these cases. Mayest I open these cases?
Sure.
Alright, I wanna open up the cases.
They read Budweiser. What do you do with the gifts you've been given?
Ah, jeez. I'm so sorry. You just gave Rusty a bunch of beer in the white block. Not
At
the
this
green
point, is
stuff,
it fair
though.
to say that Giuseppe is like getting really concerned at all the footsteps and he peeks out the door?
I think you've been watching since after a certain point.
Okay.
You've watched them since probably they started talking.
Okay.
Is it safe to say I'm standing next to Giuseppe?
Yep.
I don't like this. He
Same
kind of
to you, buddy.
he runs back inside. He is not going to fucking leave Quill alone during this. He has his rifle out too.
Hey, Lug, if I start acting weird, please smash me on the head.
Question, Josie.
Uh-huh.
Would the perfume be a part of this? Can I have some of perfume?
Do you ask them for the perfume?
No, not right now.
Okay.
I'm kind of enthralled in the gifts given because the capital weirdness of the situation.
If I can butt in real quick. Is Quill alright?
He'll sleeping like a baby.
and nobody's in there. Is that box that I put the stuff in still there?
Which box?
The box with all the nasties and the foot, is that still there?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want that by the door.
What do you do with the gifts given to you?
I'm gonna chug that Budweiser.
You open up and it opens with a hiss and a pop, and you chug it. And it tastes bad, but feels good.
Oh no.
What do you do with the white block?
Well, the white box is a little bit too big for me. I'm gonna kind of use one of my mini knives to scrape off a bit. And, like, put it in my mouth. That's it.
The night continues in a kaleidoscope of hedonism and excess. I think Fuzz comes out of the bar and, like, looks right at you and says, Rusty, why are you like this? End session.
Oh, so you get to drink, but I can't?
You don't even know it's alcohol.
Yeah, no, I tell.
I was hoping that'd be a bit more like, oh, it's the return of the question. But that's
no,
okay.
no, it is. I'm
I noticed that.
fucking
yeah.
astounded. How long did it take you to come up with this?
It was an evolution. I always, since like a few things ago, when you decided to take, that everyone was dedicated to you, I had this idea rolling around.
That's
I gotta keep an eye out
impressive.
for my question too.
That's
Also, I do enjoy that this hopefully puts a big fork in the whole like buddy thing that's been going on with the ship for a long time.
yeah.
Josie, you guys have had it too good for too long.
Oh boy.
But first of all, while this is still good, what do you think of that, Seth?
Oh, I'm enjoying this. I love this kind of
I
stuff.
don't know what the fuck is going on.
I'm going, like, I could have just been like, no, this is wrong. I'm going to resist as much as possible. But,
It's
I'm
like
gonna
that
get into
one
it.
button mashing prompt in that one game.
Yeah, I'm just gonna not button mash at all. I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm just like, my crewmate has gotten gangrene. People did not bring me back my water. They brought back booze, which is not water. Everything's going
I think
bad.
this is probably actually the first time you've seen like non-bottled booze, so you weren't probably sure what it was.
Yeah,
what
probably.
is this shit in this blue can? I think Budweiser's blue anyway.
I don't know.
I think
I don't know.
Budweiser's blue, yes.
Yeah.
I want to say that I really liked the fact that Lug was terrified and had his gun at the ready.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think
Just like that, he understood that something very strange and possibly bad was going on, and even despite the fact that, you know, this was his friend and shit, he had his gun ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have
then-
I should have like characterized Giuseppe's reaction more. I feel like
No, I understood your reaction as just like Giuseppe's old cowardice coming back.
I
yeah,
feel
he just locks himself into the door, locks himself in the workshop. Probably lets Darnell in too, and just stays in there.
I think Darnell was just staring from the boat.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
the
that
whole
probably makes
gang-
sense.
I think the
Well,
whole
you're right.
gang who wasn't part of this probably locked themselves in the workshop for the night.
Everyone who was not a cultist was not a part of this.
Yeah, like I just like sit like right down in front of the door, probably not even like moving very much. Maybe like playing a few notes on my trumpet to keep myself sane.
Oh boy, I'm eating this up though.
Did
I
Bung
can't-
have
I'm glad
like any
I'm really
reaction,
glad that you went
or was
for
he
it,
just being
Seth,
quiet?
frankly.
Bunk's
What'd
probably
you
being
say?
quiet.
What?
Did Bung have any reaction other than just like being quiet?
I don't think you were paying much attention to Bung.
That makes sense.
If Bung was doing something, you didn't notice it.
Okay.
God.
I'm really glad that you you bit this hook, Seth.
Listen, I'm getting way into it. Like, God, like, eggs, good. Everyone's giving me stuff. Everyone's around me. Well, Rusty, you know.
Oh,
Gosh,
boy.
like, I could have just sat here and be like, you know, never, but no, I'm going for it.
I think we need to hire like an assassin for our boat now, Lug.
Listen, you've got Thistle.
She's part of the cult.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was in that group.
yeah. No, I'm aware.
Okay.
God, yeah.
I wanted to ask how you felt about the sort of monologue I did.
Good.
This, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think of an analogy, and I can't. But this is just. This was like from a 0 to 15 to 70 to 100.
It was really good.
And I
Like
think
I
your
suppose.
your build up was astounding. The way that you described the situation, my skin is still crawling. This was good. I'm imagining this night of a low fog, nothing but the stars, and maybe some fire illuminating the area. People being weird.
What did you think
I
about
see
things
the
the cult
scene.
said to everyone?
God.
Lug knows who to stay away from.
I'm
Everyone.
Yep. I'm staying with Lug now. I think the workshop is a pretty nice place, honestly.
God, I loved it. I'm assuming they're talking about egg. First and foremost. The light, because, it's pulsing and glowy.
The light beneath the skin of the world.
Yeah.
What do you think about like the steward of the vessel?
I kind of wanted to, scoff a laugh, because, we were talking about Dad Rusty before this.
Yeah, let me get the picture.
So, are you gonna post Lug?
No.
But God, yeah, that's interesting, because this whole time, yeah, Rusty has been incredibly, overprotective of the egg. He's been worried about it this whole time. He's been making sure it's safe this whole time. So it would make sense. Oh, that, yeah. That, yeah. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, he's been, overprotective of it, making sure it's been fine. He's been, feeding it as well whenever he gets the chance. So he's making sure this thing is well nurtured. So it would make sense. It's really good.
Gotta
Before
account
we
for
continue,
everyone.
I do want to say, because I don't say the music that we play very often, and they do really deserve it. The intro song was Elegiac from the Sun the Seed original soundtrack. And the song during the horrible part was Something Bright and Shining and Horrible from the Extreme Meat Punks Forever Powered by Blood soundtrack.
That's a really good title.
It's very good.
It was good. I haven't said much yet because I was busy trying to type out that stupid response, but that was a really good session. I think I got to definitely a lot of mood in there. I think I got to learn more about a lot of my characters related to me. I got to get in a good move in there.
Sidekick Bot was kind to us.
Yeah, Sidekick Bot was kind. Sidekick Bot was kind of just watching from the sidelines, oh my god,
Yeah,
what are they doing?
just about every role was
Real good.
was a full success, huh?
Yeah. Thanks, Sidekick Bot.
Thank you, Sidekick Bot.
What
Giuseppe
do
is
you think this means?
probably gonna keep
What do
the
you think this
lockbox
means
on him
for
forever
the
now.
please?
Ju-
What do you think this means for the cult?
Well, they're more together, kind of with that message that we got, everybody bathing in the light. Not really. I guess, yeah, bathing in the light.
That the light will make us one, will make us everyone.
Yes, that. Thank you. I think it's gonna be sort of like that,
Right.
which is gonna be weird, capital weird.
One thing I wanted to mention, like as a request, whether or not it's like feasible or not, I don't know. But to sort of make when the cult echoes whatever Nickel is saying, to kind of like multiply the voice.
Yeah.
Because like
If
I
you
feel like
need-
that'd be like rad.
If you need other people to like give you some voice clips, please
That'd be pretty
ask.
Yeah, please do send me some more voice clips so then it's not a constant
Yeah.
all
I'll,
Josie.
Yeah, just send me like the script,
Uh,
and I can re-record some lines.
this was a good session.
This was a very good session.
Can't wait for session 14.
Oh boy,
I'm
session
scared of
14, where we plot a coup
14.
against Rusty.
I like how you guys are really nervous about this, but
Yeah,
I'm getting
this is
real
not
into
something-
it.
Your cult has
This
been like
doesn't-
very like non-cult like for the most of the time. Like
Yeah,
we
they've just
established,
been,
they
like,
were
there.
just like the
Friends.
gang of people who were interested in your penny eating. Only now, like you've done enough that they are like starting to worship you. Maybe not
God.
of their own will, but certainly some of them are like noticing something.
Yeah, I think
Certainly
here's
they've
the
been like
bit that I
planning this
wrote.
in advance.
Oh.
I could just break it down to like the specific phrases,
Right.
which is.
Hey, can I just say, I was fucking crackling whenever H was like, why do you have my voice?
Yeah, I noticed
God,
like
you're so
you
good.
laughing in the background, just very.
It was
That
specifically.
that was a good
Yeah,
good
sorry.
session.
This whole session was very good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
this
I,
was
I'm
good.
glad.
Both
I
like a
had to
breather
move
and like
away.
a good like
Yeah, I
plot
had to-
advancer.
I had to move away from the mic during that moment and, like, cover my mouth as to not ruin it. God, I love H so much. Thank you, H, for giving me the white block. Just
I don't
saying.
trust H and his. I don't touch H and their white block. They stole from
H
me.
is a he, just so you know.
Oh, sorry. I just wasn't
Yep,
sure, so
no,
I
it's
defaulted
fine.
to
I noticed that you used they, which is like, hey, that's fine as a catch-all, but you did say he first and then switch to they. But
yeah, I
he
was
is
like,
good.
I didn't catch it at first, and I was making sure like I didn't want to.
Yeah, I should probably just give y'all like, I'll just like upload the fucking the
Lug just has
Descriptions?
in-universe
thing I
flashcards.
got.
Whenever you can, you don't need to worry about it too much yet.
I can do
Um,
that after this session since I have them all, like, already copy-pasted in a separate, like, area.
We still
Yeah, you
need to
do.
find the last one. Maybe I can do that tonight while I'm just hanging around here.
Let's see. You did Mimi.
Uh,
Yeah, you've just got.
we
The rest are all like
Isle.
millionaires, right? The last
What's
one.
that?
The last one is just a millionaire, right?
Yeah, they're Isle.
Okay. I'll think of a concept.
Hell yeah.
No, well, you did say that Isle is a dumb himbo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Isle is a himbo.
Yeah, so work off of that.
Okay.
What did you think of the quote that I gave from the book? If you,
It certainly
I'll,
means
I'll
something.
repaste it. Here you go.
Micah, let's see. I have like two ideas. Either I'm assuming this means that the millionaires are walking time bombs in some form.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
This is
Something
basically
about
just saying that
they seem like
they're.
they need some treatment that we can't give them.
Well, it's just that their endocrine system doesn't produce like hormones. At least, like, I don't know, some hormones.
I don't know. Trying to think. Let me look at all. So debugging, that's normally like for like electronics, but they're not really like electronic.
Well, what do you think a system would be involved with here?
The brain.
Well, I mean, like, they have to be made somehow.
Yeah.
Is there something like wrong?
The
There's an error in the
cloning-
cloning machine.
Wait.
Think so?
Yeah.
You were saying something, Wind?
The cloning machine.
Maybe this is like, maybe this could be like proceed into how we eventually saw like the state of millions. Something like there was some issue they discovered, and by the time everything went to hell, they weren't able to fix it. Let God sort the rest, it says.
Also makes mention of New Eden Project.
That seems to be what the I guess what the Millionaire Project is like named.
Yeah, the
Although the
reshaping of
alternative
the
is that
world.
this couldn't be actually referring to the millionaires at all. But like, we got at millions, so probably.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it again. New Eden Project is probably mentioning like the reshaping of the world afterwards.
I appreciate this. I'm not sure what it's from though.
Fucking fictional internet roleplay forum thing,
Oh.
and it's one of my favorite
Oh,
because
the
it's...
RP thing you used to be a part of,
No,
or are a part of?
no. You
You just
know,
found it.
it's fucking Crabulon.
I don't know about that.
Post
Nope.
the original image.
To this Monster Hunter World.
I hope the amputation scene wasn't too squicky.
It
It
wasn't.
was good.
It was fun.
Okay.
I kind of like what you guys are doing. What you're doing with Quill and Fuzz.
I gotta say the amputation scene for me. No, it's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
It's fine.
I did notice you
because,
didn't
like,
say much, and I was kind of getting worried that I was like getting too into it.
No, it's fine. It's just like usually for that stuff, especially with like imagery, I'm kind of queasy over.
Right, and I kind of try to, paint the scene a little too much.
It's fine. It's just, like it's words, not imagery,
Right.
for the most part. So
I didn't say nothing about like swarms of shit. So I
yeah, like
I'm still always thinking like, this idea, but then it's like, well, if it involves a swarm of shit, I should probably tread carefully,
no, like
or just like not involve it.
specifically like tons of small things wiggling around.
Right.
No, not for me.
Yeah. Good
None
thing
for
nobody
me.
suggested maggots as a thing.
Maggots, ants, tons of worms, things like that. No, can't do it.
Odds
I
and ends,
understand.
that sort of thing.
Well, now we know. Now we know what to do when we have to face our greatest fears.
Seth's going
So
wild.
before we keep going too long, end of session rolls.
Yeah, HX.
Yep.
A lot.
Who knew Lug the best after this?
Giuseppe.
Just
Because
Why do you say that?
I saw you working, and I also talked to you about filtering.
That's right. Also, do give yourself an experience for doing the oftener right.
Me or
Oh.
Because oh wait, actually, you know what? Yeah, Apom, you did get the +1 technically from oftener right. It didn't make a difference, but you did get it.
I give a
Because
I give +2 to Lug.
no, I'm
No.
saying Lug gets another experience, like a whole experience bit, because he used his move oftener right in giving you advice for
Okay.
the stuff, and you decided, okay, I'm gonna send Darnell out and get water.
Yeah.
It just didn't change the end effect because you got like a 7,
Okay.
and a 7 and 8 still does the same thing. I'm just making sure that Lug knows that he gets another point.
Right.
So so if I know Lug better, then do I mark a point for him?
You get a +1 HX
Okay.
to him. I'm sorry, I'm confusing folks because I'm talking about Lug's XP.
Oh, it's fine. That's understandable.
Who knows Rusty better after this? Or, conversely, if nobody knows Rusty better after this, who knows Rusty less?
That's a good
Hmm.
question.
That's a good question.
This is yeah.
You
this-
did learn things about Rusty, though.
But I feel like this is like ripping a band-aid off. This is like, yeah, we know more, but
I want to say
this is what he's like, then what else is he hiding from us?
I want to say
we all
Lug.
treated this too. We didn't treat this
on.
seriously enough. Now there's
Hold
something
on,
happening.
hold on.
Oh,
Please
sorry.
let me finish.
No.
I want to say Lug knows Rusty less simply because he went and got his gun.
Understandable.
Like, he
Okay.
was preparing for the worst with Rusty. Even though, like, Rusty's usually not the person to go straight for violence or anything like that. But this was something different. He had to go get his...
Would you call this
rifle.
knowing less about him or more about him?
I would say less.
Yeah, less
personally.
because, like,
Hmm.
it's different than what he expects of Rusty and what
Yeah.
he knows of Rusty. This is not Rusty. As
Yeah.
far as
Hmm.
Lug knows Rusty.
So you
That's
think
what
that
I was thinking.
like Lug may be trying to like reject this information?
Yes.
Not that he's rejecting it, but more that he's reevaluating what he knows of Rusty. Because, like, if we're
See,
going
I'd still
on the
call
base...
that knowing more.
Okay, but it's... I know more, but how do I know that the other things I knew about him are real now?
I see.
I'm full of doubt now. So I feel like in that sense you know less.
Yeah, do I really know Rusty?
None
Is
of
there
us
more
do.
to
Yeah,
Rusty?
go ahead and take -1 to HX with Rusty.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Now, finally, who knew Giuseppe better after all this?
Lug. Lug
I
got
feel like me and Lug are gonna become buddies soon.
Yeah, prepper
Unless it turns
pals.
out that one of us has been doing something wrong. I'm calling a meeting next session. I'll keep note of that.
I'm gonna sit in a chair, like,
You're not invited.
blank. Oh, no, I'm sitting in a chair blank, like,
You're not invited.
what the fuck?
You had
Sitting
your
outside
own
the door.
you had your own pody, Rusty. We're gonna have our own pody, and it's gonna be cool. And we're gonna have blackjack.
Yeah,
We don't
and
know
I'm
what
honestly,
poker is,
now that I'm thinking
so-
about it, I'm a little
have
sad that
Darnell.
you didn't take the thing that gives you plus party when you get surplus.
God, now I am upset about it, that I didn't take that.
But if you want, you can try to start a party on your own. Just that the mechanics tell you, like, you don't get the party.
Damn,
Like,
I don't
just
get
as a
the
matter
party?
of fact.
I can't
You can
party
get the
with
party
them?
if you want, but like you have to
Damn.
work for it. You have to like tell me and shit.
Yeah,
Like the roll doesn't give you the party.
I do have
frankly,
one
the
option.
shitload of goddamn barter you gets you the party.
I got 11 barter.
You'll be getting more.
You're gonna keep all the money from us now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Before I was gonna go, how do you feel about having something stolen from you and given to Rusty?
I feel like a bit betrayed. Like I thought, like I know I can't control who joins the boat and who leaves it, but I thought most of these people, like, they frequent my place. They generally like me. They see me as like the authority. So I figured like they'd have like a bigger trust in me. But apparently someone has just like gone out of the way to look for stuff that we've locked away from months ago and taken it just to waste and we don't even know what it is. And Giuseppe's not a person who enjoys wasting stuff, so he's probably like a little like annoyed. He probably hasn't processed it in the moment because, he's in a panic, but probably afterwards he's gonna be like, okay, this isn't cool. This is not cool.
Listen, you're gonna figure out what that white block is here soon enough.
Oh
Just
boy.
saying.
I mean, he learned at the end of it, like during the night of fucking fire.
Well, time for drug
you-
harm.
Did
Yeah.
you mock a
D
point for
harm. I
Did you
did.
mock a point for me? Okay. I'm like so close to getting my next level. I have 3 HX with everyone, and I have like 1 bubble away from my next level.
Let's see, what were you marked today? Did you even roll today?
I
think you
rolled
did.
I rolled.
I rolled a hot roll for my fingers in every pie, but that's
Right.
not a seduce
I
or
did mark-
manipulate.
Didn't I mark your hot today?
You marked my hot, but I think I had to make a seduce or manipulate roll specifically for that.
No, anytime you roll hot.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
just
it's
how it
anytime.
works.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you
okay.
got that. You got your improvement. Hey, good
Huh,
job.
okay. I haven't
Yippee!
like been keeping
Uh,
track of that very well, but okay.
Yeah, please remember, anything that is not like a beginning of session move, if you roll that stat, you've rolled that stat.
Yep.
Like, whenever Lug rolls Bone Feel, say, he's rolling weird. He gets his stat. He gets his improvement experience, whatever. Please remember that. It's kind of
Okay.
important to you getting XP, and honestly, it makes me feel like you've might have missed earlier XP.
Probably, honestly. Now I'm worried. I don't want to like have to go through all the sessions.
If you
anyway,
want,
again.
we can just I think it's all right, and we don't have to go through them all. If you want, we can discuss like you are, I think, the furthest behind everyone else.
Yeah.
It kind of
maybe a
seems
bit.
like you might not have been marking experience.
I guess not.
Is anyone okay for giving him like a boost?
What level is Zapom at?
Yeah. How many improvements do you have now? 4?
When I give me a second.
And Seth, how many do you have?
4.
You have 4 improvements?
I have currently 4 X's marked. When I mark this, add this next improvement, I'll be able to add a 5th one.
Oh,
And
well, what the
after-
heck? Rusty? How?
Yeah.
I'm sure you had more. What?
Me? No, I've always been behind.
Yeah, and
Jeez.
here I am with 7
'Cause
whole points.
Yeah, because I don't
Ugh.
roll what's marked sometimes.
Hmm.
Maybe we
But I
should
usually have your
negotiate this
weird
all
mark, don't
after.
we?
Maybe we should negotiate this all in a call sometime.
I don't roll a lot of weird, remember? It's weird that I don't roll weird.
Weird's kind of like the odd one out. You don't use it super often.
Except
Yeah.
you do. It's
I
weird.
guess so.
You should.
I should. I'm going to use it more because I'm starting to get into it.
Man,
That's
this
true.
is
Oh,
I
boy.
think, like,
strange.
I
It's
do
like-
suppose, like, this could be a good catalyst for you just, like, rolling opening brain for
Yeah, that's what
any
I'm
damn
using
reason.
it as.
You
'Cause, like-
shifted dynamics completely.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do want to mention real quick that opening brain doesn't have to be just about, like, lore and shit. It is also, like, I get to tell you something about the situation.
Yeah, I want to know.
Like, I can tell you damn near anything.
Hey.
Can you
get
tell us why?
visions
Can you tell us why we are being split apart?
Oh, for fun.
for
Of
fun.
course. Chaos.
Fun.
So I suppose let's talk about your improvement.
what are
So
you
yeah,
using?
so I'll have five X's, and then I can start adding things at the bottom.
Yep, that's
Uh,
how it works.
Okay.
You have to
I'm
have
thinking-
5 improvements, then on your 6th, then you can choose one of the bottom ones as your 6th improvement.
yeah, I'm gonna bring up the
Yeah,
book just in
I'm still
case.
considering a second character, but I'm not sure yet. I may discuss with you guys so I have an idea for a second character,
Alright.
but I'm not sure if I want to do that right now, on camera.
I think a second character after something like this has happened would kind of ruin a bit of the dynamic, personally. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, man.
What do you mean? Just depending on what side they take?
No, they're just
Kind of,
coming
but
in without
yeah.
knowledge of
Yeah,
anything.
it's kind of like, hey guys, I just showed up. I don't know the fucked up thing that just happened.
Or that has happened in the past.
Why are you so scared of this short balding man? Why are you scared of this even shorter masked man?
What's wrong with him? He seems alright. Oh yeah, his
I'll think
name's
about
You
it.
don't
what?
think that might be something refreshing, like somebody who doesn't know what's going on?
You know
I
what?
know,
Yeah, that's true as well.
I know that
Mm.
one of the conditions of another character is that they should be related to one of the other characters in some form.
Well, they can.
They can
Like,
be.
if it's gonna be anyone's friend, it should be someone else's friend.
Yeah, that makes
Rusty's
sense.
real dad.
God.
We're not
Rusty-
making
what do you
Rusty's
mean
real
Rusty's
dad.
Rusty has many dads and many moms.
What the fuck?
I can't believe the many mothers are in this and not in Mad Max.
Yeah, right? What the fuck?
Okay,
Like-
so
Like I said, piping was a community that was everybody is family. Everybody is somebody's mom.
Right.
We're all moms, we're all dads, we're all brothers, we're all sisters here. Is how piping worked.
I get you.
I guess so. So the improvements I can make right now, 1 plus hot, 1 plus cool, 1 plus weird, new my S13 move, resolve someone's interest in my establishment. I don't think I can go for that really, and get a move from another playbook. Let's see. The other moves I can get are Devil with a Blade, which I don't want because my hard and hot are equal, and they don't really use blades.
Understandable.
An extra upgrade to hot may be nice because I can get a maximum of 3, or maybe a weird so I don't get a negative for it.
Remember that... Oh, yeah, actually, that does say max hot 3, so you can just do that, huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. In combat I can open my brain with my hard, and that's useful, but otherwise I get
Yeah.
the -1. 1 plus
You
cool,
can
maybe?
still-
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. No, I was looking at the ad security.
Okay. I got my
Which is,
security already. That was getting me a gang.
Oh, right, they're Kenneth's gang now, I forgot.
I can get a new move from another playbook. I'm not maybe I should take a look at all of those and see if there's anything that would be particularly useful to me.
That's a fair idea.
So I'll think about this all a bit and hopefully mark it. And after that, I'll probably start taking something from the underline.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, all of these could be game changers. Though I don't think any of us are going to retire or a new playbook. Maybe new player book. Depends.
After this, not at all.
Oh boy,
Well,
you're getting into it.
if they beat you to nearly to death, you might have to.
Huh.
It depends on how many times. I'm coming back with -1 heart to begin
I
with.
don't want to lose my heart. I need that.
Which, speaking
Well, if you
of,
get yourself fucking nearly killed, then hey.
yeah. Speaking of, how much did I heal up this round? Like 1 more? Yeah.
If I
-1 for the
mentioned,
cocaine.
It takes it takes about a week of rest and care.
Oh well, we
to
have
heal
not been
another.
doing that. Have not been doing that. We're half
I
a
think
week.
most of the time you've been like doing that. You just had one cheat day.
Okay, so it's been good.
Yeah, it's been like rest and care is like, you know, just like showing up, being like, "Hey doc, do I need any meds?" They've been like, "Well, whatever," and then just like go lay down. And you've probably been doing a lot of laying down.
Are you sure with Thistle?
Thistle has been kind of working you.
Yeah, this has been working me.
Do you think that you haven't been doing the rest then?
No, I don't think I've been resting properly.
Okay, so you didn't heal.
I did not heal.
I
This
think
was
that
a part
like
of the cult, right?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
you didn't need to, or like you don't need to do another like session of, you know, paying the medic. If you like resume that rest at any point, you
Kind of
can
hard to
continue
pay the
heal.
medic when the medic needs the medic.
Well, I suppose
Well,
Lug
Lug
can't
is
style.
doctor now.
Yeah, Lug's a
Lug
doctor,
doctor
now.
for a while.
Dr.
No.
Lug,
Now.
please heal me.
Shh.
Do remember, of course, that you did promise Fuzz that you'd like do everything you could.
To make sure she
Me?
was okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
this is.
Well, here's the thing. I would continue along that promise if some fucking
I did
bozo
not. No,
didn't
not
do
to
this.
you. What are you talking about? No, I said Rusty.
Rusty. Because Rusty made the promise to Fuzz that
Oh,
he'd
boy.
make
And
sure
immediately
that Quill
broke
was
it.
okay. Oh, not
This is
I mean,
yet.
he
gonna
didn't do
be-
anything to her. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
He's
Banned
been good.
her
I forgot
for
that Fuzz
drugs.
made that. I forgot that those two made that promise. He's gonna drive a wedge and everything.
Rusty's gonna keep his promise as he has in the past. He's good at keeping promises.
I don't know if we really want Rusty's help.
Fuzz, please stay away from the scary man in the hood.
Rusty banging on the wall. Let me in! Let me in! God. It's so hard to yell as Rusty. Anything else you
Meh.
wanna...
I'm working on a
mention?
shit post.
Working on a shit post.
I don't
Damn.
have any shitpost. Maybe I'll think of some shitpost ideas.
Here, do I have
I hope
another?
so.
Here. I didn't post...
Oh man, I totally forgot. I nobody's going to be listening to at past this part, but like I do want to mention that I'm pretty proud of the yes, thank you. I'm pretty proud of the title ideas that I came up with for 12 and the first arc.
Stop posting sex, Darnell.
Just to
Well,
mention,
we just got to remember why people have a debt to him.
Yeah.
the title for session 12 was Tell Me I Want to Know, and the arc name for the first arc that we came up with was To Seize by Force.
Good arc name.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's I'm wondering if I'm gonna like continue that pattern and be like have them be, you know, moves or
Moves.
something, which would be interesting. I wonder what we'll come up with the name for this episode.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, it's not like there was a big quote at the end.
To kill a hocus.
Well, it's gonna be a quote, I think.
It's
There's
not.
I think
it's
there
not
were
like
a fair amount of good.
Not like there was a good one at the very, very end.
I'm gonna scroll up to all of this.
Why are we like this?
Yeah, I think why are we like this would all actually honestly work instead of just why are you like this.
Okay, just checking my OBS real quick to make sure I did record that. I did.
Jesse.
About 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Just-
Pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yep, that's about what I've got.
Yep. So I think that'll cover everything. Anyone have any other business?
Yeah, any more
Not sure.
business?
I was gonna bring up one thing. I guess a reminder for next session. Did you want to like go over Lug's backstory since we've gone over everyone else's so far?
No, that'll come up organically.
Okay, I was
Uh,
just wondering.
Yeah, Wind and I have talked about that.
Okay, good.
I was just making sure. I was wondering why you didn't start that session with that. So
Uh-huh.
thank you.
Yep, just consider it a mystery for now.
That's okay.
Okay.
Is that okay, Wind?
I've had enough revelations for today.
Wind, you here?
Yes, sorry, I forgot to push the talk.
That's
cool.
fine.
That's alright with you?
Yes, of course.
Cool.
I like mystery lug. Just like mystery meat.
Well, I accidentally hit enter too
That's pretty
soon,
good.
but I
That's
wasn't done.
surprisingly good, even though it's just like 2 splotches and a netting.
Yeah, it's like that's
Listen,
rusty. That's rusty.
I accidentally hit the finish button when I didn't mean to. That's why there's that nice yellow line right there.
Listen, it's really
The yellow
good.
line's part of it, don't worry. Alright, well, thank you for listening to session 13 of Deep Blues, an Apocalypse World Adventure.
Yeah, thank you so much.
See y'all, everybody.
Thank you.
So long.
Bye.
So long, suckers.